I can definitely change some things on my structure and how I'm doing particular things. As always, there is always room to improve, and there's always room to simplify certain things that I'm doing as well. Another Friday is here once again, and it is beautiful outside. It is sunny. It is, and I'm going to be probably spending most of my time indoors. But hey, like things are going to be looking up. There's a lot of things that I really want to be working on as per usual, and the first thing I want to do is get some food and then start working for my client. Oh boy, I have been doing a lot of writing for this past day. There was quite a bit of writing that I had to be doing. For one, there was all the work for my client, but there's also this backlog that I'm trying to create as well. That is taking quite a bit of time as well, but thankfully I made a lot of progress on it so far today. Like I've gotten maybe like 3 or 4 other articles done and sorted out, so that's really good. It hasn't done it. I haven't gone through like any editing or anything like that. I've just basically got the framework, and usually with the editing it doesn't take me a really long time. It's mainly just the writing that takes up such a long period of time. So basically I'm making quite a bit of headway in my work, even though I've been sitting in this chair and having like the same kind of videos over and over and over again. And speaking of repetitive videos, now I really don't mind the structure that I have, and I'm not really getting tired of it. However, I do realize that that's kind of the case with daily vlogging. It's going to be a lot of repetition. But I do want to be providing something a little bit different in my vlogs than just what I have been doing for the past like week. Because yeah, it's like the same structure over and over and over again, and I really want to be mixing it up and doing something different. And it's a reminder to myself, at least like the past like several videos, it's a reminder to me to really be pushing my creative aspects, to think of some new approaches and to create some different videos as opposed to creating the same typical video over and over and over again that I have been doing for this past week. Because that's what tends to happen with vlogs, especially with daily vlogs, is you kind of get into that sort of motion that of repetition and of like how a video is structured, and I really want to be mixing it up. So thankfully the vast majority of my work is pretty much done, so there still is a moderate amount of work left to do, but it's not going to be that bad. So for one, I will be able to provide something a little bit different for my weekend recording sessions. So that means that my Sunday and my Monday uploads are going to be different. They will actually be different. I will take the time to be pushing pushing myself in more creative aspects, because it's really important for me to be doing that, because the reason why I've created this channel, or at least I've started up daily vlogging again, is to be pushing myself, to be encouraging myself in new ways. And the only way that's going to be happening is if I don't stick with the same format all of the freaking time. I need to be mixing it up, and I need to be changing it and providing something a little bit different. Perhaps less of all of these monologues, and have some more montages, even if it's just me walking around in the neighborhood. Having those kinds of montages would be a nice break to what I typically do, because as you guys can clearly tell, if you've been keeping up with the vlog at this point in time, a lot of it has just been me sitting at this desk. And I knew that when I first started this series, a lot of it is going to be me sitting in this chair at this desk working. But I do want to be mixing it up. I do want to be changing some things, and the only way that's going to happen, and the only way that I'll truly make a lot of progress, is if I continue to be pushing myself to experiment and to do different things, to change my situation and grow from this situation in various ways, and use the resources that I have today to better myself in some other ways. And that will come. There's a couple of things that I do have in mind for that. It's just going to need a little bit more time. But for the time being, I can definitely change some things on my structure and how I'm doing particular things. As always, there is always room to improve, and there's always room to simplify certain things that I'm doing as well. So I want to be staying more on top of that, and that is basically my promise to you guys, is I promise that over this weekend there will be some different videos, and I will continue to be pushing myself to create something different. Maybe not necessarily every single time, but I want to be pushing myself in some new ways and create some different structures for videos as well. Like, still keep them under vlogging, but I want to be providing some variety in that regard. And I know that I can definitely do that. So there will be some more changes that are going to happen, and that's a really good thing, and I'm really excited to be sharing some of that stuff with you.